Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Charlotte Hornets. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road in front of a hostile crowd, they maintain their poise. They maintain their focus. It's awesome to watch.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. We've got Chandler Parsons, Conley out there with Ennis. And it's Green, and it's Gasol right at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Afflalo. Kicks to Lawson. Clock at 6. Here's Cousins. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Cousins has got the first points on the scoreboard for Sacramento. And count it, 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. Half-court pace, Chris, for these two teams here.
Yeah, they're more deliberate, running their sets, more of a playoff style. But a lot of teams want to go up-tempo, but you can still be efficient and take your time. Also, it may disrupt the defense's tempo.
Well said. Memphis shooting their first free throw tonight. And Green no good on that one. Grizzlies on defense. Afflalo kicks to Lawson. Right wing. Here's Cousins. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, really? Cousins is so big and strong that you really have to whack him to prevent him from scoring. He welcomes contact with open arms and one.
Now here's Green. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Gasol. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, they swatted away a ton of shots. Relentless mindset. Protected the rim well all night.
And so here's Memphis. Ennis kicks to Gasol. Nobody near Parsons. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble. And Chandler Parsons returning from that hybrid microfracture knee surgery to start last season. That doesn't sound very good, does it, partner? But they said the injury was in the best possible spot. And, you know, while he was on a minutes limitation for a while, he bounced back nicely and only got stronger as the season wore on. It's really good to see this young man flourishing out on the floor because he is going to be very valuable to the success for this team.
Shoot two.
And that one falls for Marcus Hall. And Parsons, a player who had logged heavy minutes with his time with the Houston Rockets last season for the first time, playing under a minute's restriction.
Yeah, and that was in the past, but he's proven his value. He's a guy you want to keep healthy and on the floor.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Caspi, he's checked in for Koufos. Barnes comes in for Rudy Gay. McLemore's checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And it's Collison in for Ty Lawson. Now here's McLemore. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Cousins, almost, but it rolls out.
That's a shot that will drive his teammates crazy. There's just no reason to take it. He should have kicked it back out and reset the offense.
Randolph in the posts. And another miss by Memphis. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2 for 1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Caspi. And it's Randolph with the rebound.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
That is phenomenal work down there in the thick of it. This is the kind of D you want to see from him every time down the court.
Now here's Randolph. Last game we saw him score 14. Lets it go from 14. Chalk up 2 there. Randolph's got his first basket of the night. Now Collison. There's a good screen. shot to stop the run, and that one's good. Cousins. Cousins has got 6 points.
Oh, that's why Cousins is considered one of the best bigs in the game. So talented in how he consistently scores from every spot on the floor.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Grizzlies out in front. They lead by 3. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
And you have to give some credit to the play calling, getting the ball to guys in spots where they can really do something with it.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis. Martin is out there with Carter. Then it's Zach Randolph. Then it's Ennis. And it's Harrison in at the point. And Chris, you're part of perhaps one of the most exclusive clubs in NBA history as you were selected first overall in your draft. What was that like? What an experience that must have been.
Oh, man, Kevin, it was a wonderful moment. I mean, you know, I worked so hard to get there. I come off of disappointment in college, and so working hard and being able to kind of put that behind you and get right to the next level and be the #1 pick, you know, I was just honored. I was thankful. I was humbled. It was just a blessing, you know, and the craziest part about it is that it happened in Detroit at the Palace, where I won 2 state championships there. I won 3 state championships in Michigan and 2 specifically in the Palace and at Auburn Hills. And so that place is always going to be special to me. And just growing up and being the #1 pick, you know, it was just an honor. Now, look. Was plagued the Kings last year and the season before. It was their inability to get stops on defense. They allowed the most points per game in 2016. At times, they showed no interest in defending the rim or getting a hand up.
Collison, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Pass to Harrison. Randolph against Collison. No good that time. And with the Kings and their defensive struggles, Chris, a lot of it comes from their inability to defend the three-pointer.
Well, they better have a different approach this season in that area of defense, that's for sure. When the effort is there, the Kings can be tough on D. It's a matter of committing to a scheme and following through. They have the talent. Oh, that's just great offensive skill, consistently helping his teammates generate points.
Carter dished it to Randolph. Goes back up. And he makes good on the layup. Randolph's got 6.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
That's just a real lack of physicality in the post there. No reason at all that they should have gotten the rebound off that miss.
Now here's Collison. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And it's Carter penetrating, and the shot is good.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
It's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Jarrell Martin. Chandler Parsons comes in for James Ennis. And Baldwin subbed in for Harrison.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Now, here is Lawson. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And Caspi kicks to Kufis. Count that bucket.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Marcus Alls checked in for Randolph. And it's Mike Conley in for Vince Carter. The Kings shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one misses.
Now, what I like about Omar Casper is that he gives you a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He can hit the three, attack the rim, and he scores in transition. He always finds a way to bring something that the team needs.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And a follow kicks to Kufis. There's the pick. Here's McLemore. Here's a follow. Sacramento again missing.
That's the kind of shot you want him to take every time. He just happened to miss that time.
Here's Gasol. Kufis with the block.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Let's watch. Let's see what play they run here. It has to be a fast one.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot's good.
Works for looking close. That's just an excellent effort.
And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Now here is Conley. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Outside Gasol. Shoots from the line. Can't hit that one. And we finished one half of basketball. Grizzlies lead by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, right there. And Shaquille O'Neal, he's right there. Welcome to the NBA. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like they were building confidence, and then boom, turn up the volume. A series of bad plays. They're giving up way too many good looks.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to Sacramento. A great look from above with the dome of the state capitol building visible there in the distance. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Without question, Zach Randolph displaying his skills today.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
Well, you know, success breeds confidence. You can see it in his body language. He believes in everything he's doing right now.
Chris, you're looking up and down rosters all the time, and you always notice the guys that keep teams together, the glue guys. They may not be the stars, but they're important players. In that regard, who are some of the better glue guys in the NBA now?
Well, let's just look at the last year's playoffs. I mean, you got to look at a guy like Boris Diaw that can play so many positions and come in and score 20 for you or not score at all and still stay valuable for his team. A guy like Draymond Green that not only plays defense so well, but does so many other things so well offensively, keeps his guys rallies, gets them together. And then how about Steven Adams just being a terror down there in that post, holding it down for the big fellas. Those three guys come to mind.
Great perspective. Rudy Gay is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Kufis. And it's Lawson in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Kufis after the Marcus Holmes. Aflalo kicks to Gay. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Oh, and if you were the defense, you have to be right in the jersey of Gay. A knockdown threat on a catch and shoot.
Conley, the pass to Parsons. Back to Conley. Ennis in the corner. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. And Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got his second bucket tonight. The Kings trail by 3. Lawson kicks to Kufis. Parsons against Gay. And Kosta Koufos picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Kings. Matt Barnes is checked in for Koufos. Temple comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Collison in for Ty Lawson. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Zach Randolph's checked in for Gasol. Jarrell Martin comes in for Green. Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Parsons. And it's Harrison in for Mike Conley. Carter dishes to Ennis. Martin the screen. Off the pick. And Ennis slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
And Sacramento has possession, following the score by Memphis. Here's Barnes. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. McLemore's checked in for Sacramento. The Grizzlies also making a change. Baldwin, he's checked in for James Ennis. And he can't hit the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Here's Carter. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Carter's got 5 now.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes to Harrison, 14 feet away. For Memphis, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Free throw good, Martin.
Now, this is Dave Yeager. Before working in the NBA, he was one of the most successful coaches in minor league history. He won 5 titles in 7 seasons, all before turning 35.
And the Kings making a change here. Caspy's checked in, and the Grizzlies also with the sub. Mike Conley's checked in for Harrison. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Collison kicks to Temple. Up top, Cousins. Feeds to Casper. Lets it go from 11, and the rebound goes to Martin.
Well, even though the defense made their presence felt, he needs to hit inside shots like that.
Outside Conley. He dishes it to Randolph. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Randolph's got his 3rd basket of the night. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Memphis out in front as they end the third quarter on a 10-1 run. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now let's take a listen in to a recent huddle from Coach Dave Yeager.
You got to help the man guarding the basketball, whether he needs help or not. Be ready.
There's Dave Yeager emphasizing team defense, wanting everyone on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, you need the threat of someone rotating over at the very least. Otherwise, the offense can just cherry pick their matchup.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Conley out there with Ennis. And it's Green. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Gasol with the pivot spot manning the middle.
Great hustle from Cousins there. He never stops working on that offensive glass.
And the Grizzlies leading by 8. Green, the screen. Conley, the pass to Green. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists tonight. Collison against Conley. And they double up Cousins. And the wide open shot from Collison. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Oh, Collison is so efficient. Someone who likes to catch the D by surprise by shooting off the pass.
Conley against Collison. Here's Gasol. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
But what I like, it was completely in rhythm. The turnaround jumper, I could see them going to that play again.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're losing by 9. 1:58 left in the 4th quarter. Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis comes in for Caspi, and Rudy Gay is subbed in for McLemore. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Dave Yeager was just going over his game plan with his team. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
Cousins, it's good on the putback.
When it comes to rebounding, Cousins is one of the best. You have to know where he is at all times, even on the offensive glass.
Outside Conley. Fades. That one, no good. And the Kings going the other way now. Collison kicks to Cousins. Back to Collison. Misses the 3. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Dishes it to Ennis. Gasol passes to Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And the pass was right in stride. Extremely accurate setting up the shot.
The Kings trail by 9. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter. The pass to Cousins. He kicks it to Kufis. Good ball movement here by the Kings. A Flalo, that's good.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Good looking screen by Gasol. Conley dishes to Gasol. Lets it go from 14. And the jumper is on the mark. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
When one guy gets hot sometimes, it's infectious. And the team does too. That's what seemed to happen for them on that play.
And the Kings will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Cousins. Barnes comes in for Rudy Gay. Garrett Temple has checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Darren Collison. Now, here's Kufis. He's covered by Randolph. The dish to Lawson. 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Stolen by Martin. Here's Harrison. And Carter has it in the corner. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Timeout.
And it's a 12-point Grizzly lead.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. and we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quieter.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
.23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Set it up, bring the play in.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lawson kicks to Kufis. The kick out to Barnes. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Here's Baldwin. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Zach. Congrats on the win. How are you guys clicking and coming together at the defensive end?
We just talking. That's what we hang our hat on, is the defensive end. We're a defensive team. And when everybody clicking and working together, talking on defensive end, that makes us a much better team.
Really looked like you were connected at that end, Zach. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan. Marc Gasol. As so often is the case, he was the straw that stirred up the passion, the confidence, the closing ability that we saw from his team tonight.
It was a great game for him, Ernie, and this one he really needed. As bad as he's looked lately, it was important to build up that confidence again and have a big night.
He affected the game in so many areas tonight. Scorching the nets on one end, locking down guys on the other. That's a complete player, Ernie. That is a guy that you want on your team.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business. This is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.